As the anniversary of the horrific attacks of 9/11/2001 approaches, all of us as Georgians and Americans are pausing first to pray for the victims and the survivors of that terrible attack, to pray for our country and its future safety, but also to reflect on the last 10 years and what's changed about America. The attack on 9/11/2001 was the first attack in the ultimate war between good and evil. And I think our first reflection should be on all those men and women who've sacrificed themselves, some the ultimate sacrifice of their life, in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan, to root out terrorists wherever they were and to destroy the terrorist network that brought about those terrible attacks. 10 years later, Osama bin Laden is gone. Most of al-Qaeda is dismantled. Afghanistan is no longer a safe haven for the training of terrorists. Yet the terrorist threat will always be with us, and we will always have to be prepared. My message to all Georgians in this week of looking back on that date is first of all to ask them to pray for the families of those who were injured and those who lost their life. Second, to pray for our country that we continue to have the inner strength to move forward and protect our citizens in the years to come. Third, to be able to support a security system that makes sense for Americans to keep us as safe as possible. And fourth, never forget that when the genie was out of the bottle and terrorism made its first major attack against this country, it is a genie that will never go back in the bottle. There will always be those who would use terror as a mechanism to cause people to do things they want them to do. We in America must stand up against terrorism and must ultimately defeat and annihilate it, because if we don't, our children, our grandchildren will always live in some fear or some regard for what might happen. But today, as we pause a few days before this anniversary, prayer is the most appropriate thing to do, and remembering the great patriotism that followed after that terrible attack. This is the greatest country on the face of this earth. There is nobody trying to break out of the United States of America. They're all trying to break in, and they are because of the peace, the security, and our values. To all those soldiers and men and women who fought and sacrificed in the war on terror, thank you. To the leaders who made the leadership possible to support them, thank you. And to all Americans who today live in a country that's safer and freer because of their effort, we thank God for the benefits we have in the United States of America.